It was the kind of letter most people dream about, an unexpected inheritance from a distant relative. Sarah Winslow, 29 and recently divorced, received a handwritten note in an envelope that smelled of dust and smoke. Inside was a legal document and a message. "You are the last of the Millers. Come home." The estate in question was a sprawling mansion nestled deep in the forests of Maine, untouched for over 40 years. Sarah had never heard of the Millers, but with nothing tying her to the city, curiosity and desperation drove her north. After hours on a winding road, she arrived just before dusk. The Miller mansion stood like a corpse in the fog, massive, decaying, and lifeless. Ivy curled up its stone walls like claws. One of the towers had partially collapsed. A wrought iron gate groaned as she pushed it open. The air was heavy with rot and the faint scent of burning wood. As she stepped inside, the temperature dropped instantly. Dust coated every surface. A massive chandelier hung above the foyer, swaying gently, though no wind stirred. Old portraits watched her from the walls, faded faces with hollow eyes. As she stepped further in, the front door shut itself with a slam. She froze. Silence. Then, a whisper, just behind her ear. "You finally came home." Sarah spent the first night in the old study. It was the only room she could get the fireplace working in, and even then, the flames burned too cold. As she tried to sleep on the leather couch, she heard the floorboards above creaking slowly, like footsteps, but she was alone. The next morning, she explored more of the house. The upper floor was lined with bedrooms, most locked tight. One door at the end of the hall stood out, covered in chains and carved with strange symbols. Around the handle, deep scratch marks etched into the wood, as if something had tried to claw its way out. She found an old iron key on a hook by the fireplace. It didn't fit any door, except that one. That night, the whispers returned. They slithered through the walls. "Don't open it. Don't open it." She dreamt of a man standing at the foot of her couch, tall, with no eyes, just black hollows. When she woke up, the dream clung to her like smoke. Her flashlight flickered. A mirror across the room showed something behind her. She spun around. Nothing. But the reflection didn't match her. It was smiling. The door upstairs creaked open by itself at midnight. In the attic, Sarah discovered a rotted trunk filled with old books and journals belonging to Edward Miller, her alleged ancestor. His notes grew increasingly erratic with each page. He spoke of the shadow in the mirror, a being he accidentally summoned during a séance in 1932. It feeds on memories, identity, and reflection. I trapped it in the mirror in the east bedroom, but the seal is breaking. It whispers to me every night. As Sarah read, wind howled through the boarded-up windows. The shadows seemed to move on their own. A mirror in the attic's corner had been draped with a black cloth. When she uncovered it, her reflection lagged behind, a heartbeat slower. She blinked. In the mirror, something stood beside her, tall, eyeless, grinning. She dropped the cloth and fled. Back in the study, she tried to burn the journal, but the pages wouldn't catch fire. The shadows near the fireplace deepened, stretched toward her. The same voice from the first night whispered again, closer, clearer. "I've been waiting." Sarah tried to escape the mansion the next morning, but the front door now opened into the basement. Every window showed a different scene: snow, desert, ocean, none of them real. She screamed until her throat bled. No one heard. Rooms began to shift. Hallways changed length. The mirrors multiplied. In the dining room, she finally confronted her reflection. It spoke, though her mouth did not move. "You don't belong out there anymore." The man in black appeared behind her in the glass, reaching out. Sarah smashed every mirror in the house, but with each shatter, she felt herself weaken, as if a piece of her was being ripped away. In the east bedroom, the original mirror still stood, unbroken, untouched. She faced it. Her reflection no longer mirrored her. It blinked when she didn't. It grinned wider than humanly possible. The surface of the mirror rippled like water. A hand reached through. She screamed. The mirror went still. Now, if you visit the ruins of Miller Mansion, locals say you might see a woman staring out of the broken glass, pounding, screaming in silence. But don't get too close, because sometimes your reflection doesn't walk away with you.